Welcome back to One Man's Life Mission. Before we kick it off, I'm Dave. This channel is dedicated to giving you no BS, novel dating advice for a modern man. Top link in the description to get some coaching with me. This is a testimonial. We just did we got 24 hours kind of left of a, boot camp or immersion for the last 7 days. And we're just going to kind of run through what happened. So, how do you feel? How's the legs? Let's start with the legs. I think that's a good start. How's the legs going?
My hamstring is a bit sore. I'm tired as well. I'm tired of having sex with too many different girls. Actually, I just had sex like a couple of hours ago with a new girl I met. So yeah, we're actually on a mission. One life of man's mission. Our mission is to find different regional girls, and we have 2 remaining. One is from South America, another is from African region. So I had ladies from white race, Indian race, and which one was the other one? Oh yeah, Asian, Japanese one.
Australian, Japanese, Indian, but I will want to clarify that a lot of guys, they talk about results on, say, boot camp or immersions. I don't think that the results are as important as like running through the process, because I feel like if anything, if he had got a lot more exposure training to rejection, because he had a lot of approach anxiety and still does, somehow like working through that would have been far more effective. But yeah, getting laid 3 times in a week's pretty good already. But the real challenge is after I leave, like, can he still approach and maintain what we've built up over the last week? That's the real challenge, right?
Yeah.
So it's more the process. Can you remember anything that I taught you?
Oh man,
I've crammed a lot in there, so
I feel like
this is a test.
I feel like Dave always talks about game. He's a degenerate MF, to be honest. I picked him up from another city. I'm not sure if I am allowed to tell the name of the city where we first started gaming.
Oh yeah, I don't think it matters. But yeah, we did a bit of traveling.
Yeah, so we traveled small towns and tried to pull country bush girls.
Everything.
Yeah. And yeah, it was nice, new experience for me. A bit backstory of mine. Before meeting Dave, I had bootcamp. I started gaming on March of this year. I had bootcamp for 3 days with another
and I was
UA.
assistant coach on that one too.
And it was good, but I felt like it wasn't depth enough. So
after that bootcamp, you got laid.
I did get laid. I got laid. I had my first cold approach lay with a Kiwi girl in my city. Yeah, but after that, the COVID started and I just couldn't do anything. I was home, and then everything went back to normal, and my approach anxiety went back to normal, to extreme, and I was very depressed. I was crying all day, all night, just crying. Didn't have any friends. Even though I had friends, I just flaked on most of them because I was very depressed. So, and then I started watching some of the Dave's videos, and I started talking with Dave. Dave was giving me a lot of motivation. That motivated me to go out, because I was very introverted and I had a lot of anxiety. And Dave motivated me to go out, and I went out, couldn't approach, just cried all day in my car, and then I tried to pursue Dave to coach me and Dave was like living 1,000 kilometers away, and I couldn't go to Dave because there still is a restriction with border and all. So yeah, I went to Dave. I drove 10 hours just to meet Dave. I went to Dave. We started approaching. I didn't have much results because of the anxiety and all. And yeah, we just 10, 12 hours each day. We just went out every day, all day. And it came to a point that I was so tired. My body couldn't take it anymore. And I just went to sleep at 4 p.m.
It's a boot camp, okay? It's called a boot camp for a reason. It's not a 3-hour little session. It's
10 hours.
It's more than 10 hours.
Like
we
a
just keep
robot.
going until you just like
Yeah, Dave is like
collapse.
a robot.
We just keep approaching. We keep tweaking it. We go through everything. That's why I was testing you. I was like, so what did I tell you? Can you remember it? Because it's just so much over so many hours. But the real test isn't now. So like, if I tell you guys, okay, well, he got 3 lays. That's awesome. Awesome boot camp. No, because at the end of the boot camp, if he goes back and has approach anxiety and doesn't actually enjoy, like lets it build up so you don't approach.
There's a saying, the sweet art of cold approach.
Yeah.
So the game is like you will be in high point. I'm at the highest point of the game a beginner can go. So after Dave will leave, subconsciously I will go down. So it's my duty to go from up down to slowly, gradually go up. Because it takes time to overcome the anxiety.
And we're working on locking in 2 regulars at the moment, and so therefore he'll have a few girls that are like regulars. So he's like got constant girls around him constantly, constant sex and exposure to women, and then going out and meeting new girls and continuously, bringing new girls in. So we need the machine bringing them in all the time through cold approach, not mentally masturbating online, like looking at and masturbating online, that's another one, but mental masturbation with watching too much theory and swiping right on Tinder too much, because that's only going to get girls mainly beneath your mate value. Making sure that he takes action, because we've got like a system set up, like a routine on how you can approach every day. How are you supposed to approach?
Yeah.
What's the what's the most important thing about approaching? It's a test.
It's approach.
Well, it's not approach. Approach with anxiety, obviously. Approaching, if you can't approach, we can't do anything. But after you approach, what's the most important thing with the cold approach? I said it like 1 billion times.
He said so many stuff, it's very hard to remember everything.
There's one thing that I keep repeating of the approach.
Logistics. Oh yeah. It came to me subconsciously.
Logistics. That's like number one.
Yeah. So about Dave, I've never told Dave this, what I'm going to say on camera.
Oh, good timing then.
Yeah. So Dave gives 100% of his time, ability. He will give everything what he learned in 20 years of learning game. I couldn't tell that when I first met Dave in the bootcamp with another pickup artist. I just thought he's just an old bum who doesn't know he's a wannabe pickup artist or something. I didn't know that because you can't tell. He's actually...
I'm just a fucking bum.
He tries to make himself look like he doesn't know shit, but he has a very high IQ, which I got to know in the middle of our immersion. So yeah, don't take Dave too softly because he will come at you very hard. So yeah.
So we covered a lot of ground. What do you remember that I taught you? Because this is the exam.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff, but with cold approach, you just gotta go and just approach. Especially the first and second approach will be the hardest at first, but when you overcome your second approach, it will be very easy. You from inside you want to approach. You will feel like you want to approach more girls, just to be on the zone. Oh, you can't be on the zone. You have to be always subconsciously just feel like to approach. Not you can't be on the zone because.
I don't believe in warm-ups.
Warm-ups. I used to warm up a lot. Yeah, in state it doesn't work. It works, but as soon as you are in the state, you will go down as well. Yeah, so you have to be always in the center. I used to like pick up artist videos, masturbate a lot, like masturbating videos, like not porn. I'm not
mental
masturbation. Mentally masturbating. I used to watch those a lot, and it really makes you feel good about yourself when you're watching. But when you go to the real world where there are actual girls, you won't be able to approach them. It's otherwise. But I stop everything. I don't watch anything. I just stay with Dave. We just go outside and feel the atmosphere and go and approach.
I think taking action, like half an hour sitting at home watching videos or whatever, or half an hour walking around talking to girls is far better, obviously. So what did you learn? What did you learn? So far you've learned approach, which I think everyone can teach you. Don't be in state.
There is no can lines.
No can lines.
No can lines.
Logistics of the approach.
Yeah.
Logistics is number one. Not,
Yeah, the canned line, not using canned lines, that was very hard for me because of mental masturbation. And most of the pickup artists will tell you to use canned lines, but what will happen, they will work, sometimes they will work 1 out of 4, but what will happen, you will not spontaneously use a line. What
you have to
use the environment.
Environmental openers. And
that's best.
Improvise. That's that. We ran through strategy of locking them in. Locking the girls in. I don't know if we should say it. We've got a simp strategy. Simp strategy for locking in. Maybe don't tell them, they're gonna think we're simps. The strategy of locking in girls that you date or you pick up.
I still feel like I'm in a pop-up dream which might break at any time. Like 2 years ago, or during 2 hours of me living in Australia, I had 2 legs. One was from Tinder, another was from a friend's acquaintance. So I had just 2 legs, and during our immersion I already have 3 legs, which we already spoke about. So it's kind of amazing what a coach and positive mindset can do to a person.
Another thing is understanding your value as a man. You don't treat them good until they treat you good. If they treat, frame battles. We went through a frame battle today as well. Went for a frame battle. It wouldn't have worked unless you won the frame battle. We went to war today, by the way. It was war.
I won the war, by the way. Spoiler alert.
He won the war. It was war. And you didn't know you were in a war.
No.
That's the thing. A lot of men don't even know it's a battle. Mm. So yeah, we covered quite a lot of ground, and then having two girls come back to your apartment and how to run it.
Yeah, there is a
Remember that too?
technique. Like, should I say the technique or is it a secret?
Oh, I don't know. I think just we're the party, not the girls.
Yeah.
You know, so the girls come to us. We attract them to us. We're the party. The girls they're here to enjoy our party. You know, we're bringing them to our party, so we made the party us.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, she couldn't look him in the eyes. Too intimidated.
Kakoi. Yeah, she always used to. She still calls me Kakoi whenever we DM or talk over the phone. Kakoi means handsome in Japanese. Yeah, you don't have to be handsome. Like, you just have to use your game, use your verbal techniques. Yeah.
What else did we cover? Because we covered a lot.
So much.
We covered so much.
Yeah.
You're gonna remember everything though.
After Dave leaves, I will just sleep one day, maybe 20 hours.
Yeah, well, the real proof is in what happens after a boot camp or an immersion. That's the real test. What you do with it. So if you just, you know, you got to continue going with the strategy afterwards. Another thing I warn against is going into the groups and seeking validation from other men. Going into the groups, and after you start to get your game off the ground, like base level, going in and hanging out with other gamers, because it's they're gonna teach you things that are, you know, like there's a lot of things probably that we went through that go totally against what you know the community or the guys out there believe.
90% of the community, we went against them.
We did like things that just because it's all just wrong. Most of it's wrong, and I guess the proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
You know, the evidence of the results. And yeah, I think that's pretty much covers it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we finish the video, Dave might look stupid and dumb, which he is not. I felt like that as well. He hasn't still paid me anything to say all this. I'm actually paying everything for him, from coffee to food to top boost juice, everything, Airbnb, stay, everything. I'm paying everything. He hasn't paid me a single dime. So yeah, that's coming from my heart. So he looks stupid, and the way, especially the way he dresses up, I don't like it at all. But he still gains.
I'm working on my fashion.
His game is very in advanced level, so he doesn't need to dress up. Although he's like 40 years old, but the rotation of girls he has, those are high caliber girls. Even I don't have those type of girls. Period.
Is this a compliment? I don't know.
That's from my heart, man.
Energy level. Night game versus gutter game.
Gutter game. Yeah.
Whether the girls are, that's another thing. That probably the last one. Yeah. Energy levels. Do you need to be in state? Do you need to pump yourself up? Or it's like we can just walk along having a coffee, and then we got some drunk girls come along, and then it's like boom into
like that.
That's very important too.
Yeah, you gotta know how to act.
It's acting,
Acting, yeah. So to get to that high, I'm still not into that technique. Like, I haven't mastered that technique yet, but I have seen Dave how he goes from low energy to boom. As soon as he sees two or group of girls, he just goes to high energy. Woo, party after party. That's how we got a lot of number close girls. So yeah, I'd say subtle art of game,
Mm.
I would say. So yeah, just keep practicing, and consistency really matters in game.
Mm. Yeah, well, I guess that's it. That's it. That's it. If you like this video, click the subscribe button. My autobiography is in the description somewhere, and top link in the description to get some coaching with me. I'll see you guys in the next video.